Hey guys, how you doing today? It's me, Kelly. So today I'm going to do a mixed media canvas, and I'm going to kind of go a little old school on it. I'm going to do it from start to finish. I was so inspired by Trish Steele, her mixed media canvas that she did and posted on Facebook, and it just inspired me today. So I thought, why not just, this is what I love to do, and I think I'm just going to go for it. So bear with me. I'm going to talk through it. I'm going to get through it and put my own spin on it. And Trish Steele, thank you so very much. I appreciated it. I saw your post today and I got so inspired. So here I go. Okay, so first what I'm going to do is I'm going to just have a regular, it's just a canvas board. Now you can do this on whatever you have. If you have watercolor paper, mixed media paper, I mean, really, you can, you know, use art. You can make art out of stuff that you get in the mail, trash, whatever. Cardboard, I've done it all. I love it all, but this one's going to be a canvas. And I'm going to take these stickers, and they're just plain stickers. And I'm not going to spell anything. I'm just going to take them off and randomly place them on here. I'm going to do the whole alphabet, not for any other reason than that way it leaves me with letters. For if I want to do it again. I don't know. It's just that OCD thing in me that I get going. And we're going to do this. We're going to do that. We're going to put it on the canvas. HG, if I knew the alphabet, that would help. Okay. We're getting there. I'm just putting it in, you know, all over. Nothing fancy. I think, I'm going to say I think April sent me these. I can't remember. They're in my pile that, I know it's horrible. I don't remember. I'm just so out of it today. But I'm almost sure. If not, I apologize. And I want to thank whoever it was because I've been staring at them and they also inspired me to do this today. So, QR. And my canvas is not gessoed. It's just a, you know, regular canvas. Pre-gessoed, I guess, is how you say it. But who knows? Oh, that's funny. They don't put double letters of certain letters. That's funny. Crazy. Huh. Very interesting to know. Very interesting. Okay. So I have these down. And they're, you know, they're going to stick down because I'm going to put stuff on them. So I'm not going to worry about it. I'm just going to give them another little push. And then I'm going to use, what do I want to do? I think I'm going to use some old text. And this is just out of a book of a random act of kindness that somebody sent me. I'm trying to go through and use all of them because I love them all and I have a tendency to hoard them and not use them because I love them. And I love the thought and the love that went into sending them to me, but you know, I would only be doing them a disservice if I didn't use them. So, oh, look at the fancy. Don't think I'll save that for something else. Now, I'm just going to take the paper. I'm not going to look at exactly. Sometimes what I do, and just as a little FYI, because I know a lot of you are new to mixed media, and a lot of you ask me to do canvases start to finish, and that's what I'm going to do today for you guys. A lot of times I will go and I will specifically rip out certain pictures, and I'll kind of do that on here to give you a reference of how you can do it, but that's not really how I'm going to do it today, if that makes sense. I don't know. Do I ever make sense? I don't think so. All right. So I'm just going to take some of my decoupage from Americana, and I'm going to lay it down, and you can see I cleaned my brush, but not as clean as it probably should be. It has a tinge of green, but hey, who doesn't love some green, right? It's not going to hurt anything. That's why I love mixed media. There's just, you know, and it's okay if you go over your things that you put down, your stickers, because you don't know when you're laying your stickers down exactly where you're going to go. And it's just okay. Don't worry. And I just like to And I like to take my brush and just go over it. Now, you can use white school glue mixed with a little bit of water to get it a little bit more spreadable. You can use, I love the decoupage. You can use Mod Podge. You can use Collage Podge. You can use, again, white school glue. You can use gel medium. You use whatever you have. I have also used, as you can see here, a Elmer's Extreme Glue Stick because I love them and I use them. Now, there's no picture on here. Let me set that aside. You can see here I have a picture of flowers and a dog. Both are kind of my favorite things in the world. So I'm just going to very carefully, as you can see, not really, Kelly, and some pennies. And then I have another, it looks like flowery. I don't know. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just kind of pick, I know on the outside I'll probably leave a little more blank. I don't exactly know everything that I'm doing yet, but what I'm going to do is try to leave these pictures out as I glue this and then put my background down to accentuate them. If it works in my favor, yay for me. If not, it just is paper getting covered up. Sometimes you have to let go of that exactly in mixed media, and you don't always have to, but sometimes you just kind of gotta let it go. Let it go and have fun, because that's what mixed media is to me. I don't have to think too much, which if you know me and you've been following me for a couple of years, you know I don't like to think. And frankly, when I think, not much good comes out of it. So you can see I kind of have these down. I might want to put another one up there. So I'm just going to just take my paper and so carefully rip it, because that's how I love to do it. And it just makes it random, and it just makes it fun. If you sit and think about things too much, honestly, you will never get anything done. You just can't think when you're drawing, when you're doing mixed media, whatever you're doing. Now, I'm starting a new series on my channel, series quote unquote, of me painting, learning how to do watercolor, and it's inspired by Gina Ahrens, because I love watching her videos, and I just sit, half the time I forget to comment because I sit in awe and just watch her videos because I want to do what she does. I want to watercolor. She does it so effortlessly, and I just love it. I love her. I love everything about her. I became very friendly with her and Claudia. I've just become friendly with PETA, so I know they have their own gig over at Crazy Island Family. And I just dig them. I dig their sistership. I dig their support. I just dig them. And we've become quite good friends. I mean, they're very, very kind, very wonderful people. So when I watch, so I love giving shout outs, and I love watching, I just subscribed to PETA's YouTube. And I've been subscribed to Gina and Claudia's forever, it feels like, because I just love it. And I know Claudia just moved, but I don't know. I just love good people. I can't help it. But I do adore them, and so I'm just going to give them a shout out. But like I said, Gina, I have been stalking, and I just want to be her with her watercolor. All right, so enough babbling about that. Okay, so I have this. I'm going to just close my glue because if you also know me, I spill everything. I am a spiller, as some would call me. Now, my heat gun broke. And excuse me for a minute. This is my old hair dryer. And I'm just going to just dry it a little bit. Try to dry that glue. See, some of these are coming up. I'm just going to push them down. Okay. So now what do I do with my, here we go. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is take my, I call it molding paste, modeling paste, whatever you want to call it. You can make this yourself. I have so many recipes of doing it. I know y'all keep writing me to do it on camera. I promise I'm going to be doing it soon. I really, really do. I'm going to be making modeling paste. I'm going to be making gesso. And there was one more thing. Was it the shimmer? I can't recall. I have it written down, but this is what I'm using right now. But you definitely can make it. You can go on knittingandthings.com, which is my website, and you can search it on there and you can find it. Or you could subscribe to me and I will be putting them up soon. So I'm going to rip this off because I'm not good at keeping these. But these are from Deco Art, and they are patio paint, home, and garden reusable stick-on stencils. And these are to be used with anything for me, but flower pots, signs, birdhouses, stepping stones, and more. So that's it. And then patio paint, which I'm going to be doing a demo on patio paint soon with these. But for now, I'm going to use these for my canvas. And I'm going to do a flower motif because of the flowers that I saw on Trish's, here, watch, this comes off, on Trish's canvas that she did. And I love it. Let's see if we can get this working here, Cal. All these little doodads. Okay. So I'm gonna kind of lay, and again, you're gonna cover, you know, you're gonna cover up a lot of what you do. Now I'm gonna lay these down. I don't know if I'm gonna do one before I take everyone out and take the time to do it. I'm wondering if it's gonna give me what I want. All right, that's just not even gonna be friendly there. I don't exactly know where we're going with that one, but why won't it stick? Why won't you stick down, my friend, the stencil? All right, okay, all right, we're just gonna ignore that. Alrighty then. And I am gonna lay down one more because I am really digging this one and I want to use it, but I just don't think it's gonna do what I want it to do. And you'll see, oh, well, not if I rip it like that. Let's continue on. Okay, we're gonna just do it. Let's just do it. Okay, so I have my molding paste, modeling paste. I know. I'm going to take my little spackle knife, and I'm going to see, I don't think it's going to work, but let's see. Because I want more texture than that. So, I mean, I can rock this, but I'll just have to use different ones. And I'm just going to kind of, okay, Kelly. All right. All right. Hey, it's mixed media canvas. You go with the flow. We're going. And I'm lifting off. Now, I have some textures there. I'm not going to worry about it. I'm going to just lay this back on there, and I'll wipe it off when I'm done because I'm just not going to rock that right now. But there goes that idea. Isn't that enjoyable? All right, so instead, what am I going to do instead? I didn't prepare those. All right, let's do, I got to go over to my stencils. What kind of stencils do I want to use? See, this happens in real life. What are you gonna do? I don't want that. Don't want that. I don't want that. Okay. So, oh, okay, we can use this. All right, I know what we'll do. All right, back it up, sister. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I think I've used this before. You guys probably have seen this before. This stencil before. I do love this stencil, and since it's the mixed media stencil from Americana of the Oopsie Daisy, and you can see it's very cut very finely, but I think I'm gonna rock it on here. This will make me do it, how do you say, all in one swoop, and to have the pattern that I want. Okay, so let's just do it like this. I'm gonna lay it on there. I'm just gonna kind of ignore that because it just wasn't being nice, and I'm sorry. So I'm just going to kind of sweep these on. I don't want to move it too much, so I'm not going for perfection because that's just not the way I rock, and I don't even need to have it all be flowers. I just want those on here. This might not be the best spackle knife I'm using. You can see I really thought this through. No, I just use whatever I have around me. That's the problem. No, I don't want it smooth. I want it to look, I don't want to say grungy, because that's not what I'm going for, but I want it to look, I don't know, that you kind of know what it is, but you're kind of looking at it. You want to hit all the spots, like all the areas. So you could put this all over the back if you want, but you could put it over the paper that you just laid down. And if you don't have book text, I always tell you guys, go to the library or to the dollar store. The library is always selling and giving away old books that are just destroyed, that they can't send out anymore. And the dollar store has $1 million books for $1, you know, that you can just rip the pages out. So that's all you want it for, is that delicious text. So you can see I'm just kind of slow. I mean, you know, obviously I want that. I just want that delicious texture. And I'm going to hit a little bit more. And this is a good way to do it. You know, you could do, I was going to do little, different little flowers and whatnot, but it didn't work out exactly how I was planning. And you can see the more that you get down on these bigger stencils, the easier it gets, because it's kind of holding it down for you. But, you know, by all means, you do it whatever way you want. But you can see nothing too fancy. And you can cut out your own stencils. Save your, you know, your cardboard, your, I've done it on the fun foam, you know, papers. You can just cut it out and use it. I wrap tape around them. If you guys want to see a demo on that, let me know. I know a few of you have asked me for going back in my old videos, and Newton Mixed Media, you guys would like to see that, but let me know. I'll add it to my list. I'm trying to get those things off my list. And I have to say, I am beyond blessed. I think in the last 2.5 weeks, it said, because I just looked at my stats today, I've gained 300 subscribers in the last almost 3 weeks, 2.5 weeks. That's crazy. That's crazy, but welcome to all you guys, and just keep sending me your requests, and I promise, I'm trying, I'm getting there. I got ATC cards, I got all kinds of stuff. Okay, so there's no rhyme or reason. And I'm just going to kind of take my tool and, you know, kind of scrape off a little bit. I don't need it too much. It's going to even it out. And it's also, as I'm schmoving it, it's going to catch and spread, maybe in an area that you didn't so much know. Now you can see down here I didn't do anything yet, so I can definitely pick this up and move it down like this. All right, so I'm going to lift it up. Oh, that is deliciousness. Oh my God, I just want to roll in it naked. All right, and then I'm going to just kind of hold this down here. It's going to stick a little bit because of the underneath there. I don't want to screw that up too much, but I want to get a little bit down here. So here we go. Here we go. All right. And I'm into dark canvases lately. And I don't mean dark, I mean like grungy, I should say. I love doing grungy canvases. I'll have to show you the one that I started. And it's just for me to work on when I'm sitting here, when I get these ideas, I want to try things. So I'll show you. But right now, I'm just, you see, I'm just like I'm icing that cake or a cupcake, which I wish I had one or the other right now. All right, and then I'm going to scrape it off. Now, I usually tell you guys when I spray with my sprays, I don't wash them off, stencils. However, I'm not going to wash this off right this second, but I'm going to lay it up there because I do want to spray it with a little bit of water, and what that'll do is keep it wet a little bit longer, because what's going to happen is it's going to dry, but it's going to dry a little bumpy. So if you're going to use that again, maybe you want to use it on paper and you don't want it to be have texture. I'm just going to spray it with water. Always have that with you. Some people do fancy stuff and have like a container or something here, and then they wipe it off. I'm just gonna spray it with water, and then I'm gonna just give it a quick wipe just to kind of get a lot of it off, but not all of it, because I just don't have time right this second. But I don't want to ruin that stencil because it's a nice stencil. All right, so okay, so now to put the modeling paste back. All right, and now I'm going to take out my very loud hair dryer and dry it. But can you see? Let me see if I can move in just for a minute so you guys can see. I mean, look at that deliciousness. Oh, and the paper still you could see underneath, and it's just, oh yeah, baby. All right. The hair dryer. Okay, so this is done. So I want to decide, I think I'm going to put some napkins. I'm going to do some napkins. And I'm going to do the, I'm trying to follow Trisha's color palette to a point. I'm not going to obviously make it the same as hers. I'm going to do my own mixed media canvas, but I like her colors. That just the whole thing inspired me. So I'm just going to kind of do it. She has some blues. So I'm going to take the napkin. I love napkins. Oh, I love them. All right. And for those of you who do not know, they have a second sheet. Okay. Now, don't get rid of that. Fold it up and put it aside because we might use it here or we might use it in another type of video. So you only want the one sheet. It's like toilet paper. It's two ply, but we only want one ply. And before I go to color these flowers, I'm just going to rip. I do it in strips, so I'll keep that there. I rip it in strips. I rip it in strips. Yeah. All right, and then I'm such a rapper. And then I'm going to put that piece right there for now. I'm going to open my decoupage and decoupage. Okay. And this might be a little damp still, but that's all right. So I'm going to take my strip and I'm going to lay it all over. So I want some thinner, some thicker. I just want to add color everywhere. Just a little bit. Just a little bit will do it. Yeah. All right. And I'm going to get my brush again. I'm going to dry my brush so it doesn't water the glue down too much. And I'm just going to kind of glue. I'm not going to look, when you do this, obviously I'm on like 3 or 4 layers already, but don't look and get upset when you're covering, you know, maybe a layer that you put down, because that's the whole gig with mixed media. But I'm just gonna, and what happens is it will take the shape underneath. And I'm not coloring the bottom yet, the underneath yet of the molding paste that I did. I'm just gonna kind of lay this down. And I'm using any kind of glue you have, as long as it dries clear. I wouldn't use glossy because glossy is hard to layer on top of, but let me tell you, if that's all you have and you want to play, water it down a little bit to water down the glossiness and go to town. And, or, you know, something else you can do is put this on areas where maybe you don't like as much. If you were like, oh, I didn't get a lot of paste there, or I didn't, you know, so you can definitely play with that as well. And I'll lay it down. I'm going to tear it a little bit more. I'm going to lay it down there. And try to, you know, sometimes I get air bubbles and all. It brings texture, but, you know, I always like to just kind of, unless you want the air bubbles, then by all means, leave the air bubbles. But I just want to push some of that air out because I don't want it to have too many air bubbles, but hey. You can't always control them air bubbles, can you? Especially when you're eating beans. Them air bubbles come. All right, never mind. Wrong video. All right. Okay. So there. And let's see. Where do I want this at? I think I'm going to make this go sideways like this, because why not? Why not? Oh, Kathy Spires, I saw that you commented that I was mumbling, and I probably was. When I'm trying to do things, and I think sometimes I forget that I am on recording. I know I'm odd, but sometimes, and then because I talk to myself because I'm thinking, and it probably comes off as mumbling, and I'm so sorry. I hope this is better. I've been living in my head a little bit lately, a lot of stuff going on, and sometimes I just I do weird things. So if I was mumbling, I am sorry. Plus I moved my camera up a bit, so I don't know, maybe when I moved it up, so you could tell me if it's better now, but I moved it up and to get a better shot of the whole canvas. Maybe that'll help, but maybe that made it like a little harder to hear me, maybe because it's up higher. I don't know. I guess we'll see when I read comments on here. Okay. And I'm just one of them people. I just talk to myself a lot. All right, so I think that's all I'm going to add on here so far. Huh. Because I want to bring some of that texture up. I'm going to lay this here because I might use more of that. I'm not sure. I'm going to use this after as like a quote because I just freaking love it. And now I have some flowers and butterflies. So I think I'm going to take this apart just like I showed you. If my hands cooperate, we'll be in good business. All right. And sometimes it's like connected, you know, like by, I don't know what they do to make it connected better than some, you know, other ones. Sometimes they just come off. Sometimes you gotta fiddle and faddle like this and pull it off. Okay. And I'll show you, we'll use one of those. I'll show you what I mean. Now here I'm going to be a little more fussy. I might wait to put this on and I'm going to show you why if I can find my scissors. Okay, so you can see that these flowers are pretty freaking cool. So I don't want to just tear them. So I want to keep them in flowery deliciousness. All right, now I'm not a fussy cutter. Bless all of your souls and your hearts if you are, because that's magnificent. But I want to keep these whole. I want a couple of them. Oh, I love that purple one. I love this orange one. And I love that bud. Ugh, who doesn't love a bud? A good bud. Okay. And we're cutting and we're cutting. All right, so I think I'm going to wait and put these on after because I just like those a lot. But I can put some butterflies on. I think we can put some random butterflies. Same thing. If it's connected, just kind of give it a squish to separate it. I can see it's peeping and separating. All right, there we go. Save the white. And obviously you can fussy cut if you want, but this girl is not. This girl is just going to cut. And you can tear. You don't have to necessarily cut it. Because I'll end up tearing it anyway. And I just want to tear it in, you know, I mean, I want to keep some butterflies whole. Others I don't care. Obviously, I didn't care about those. And I just kind of want to add that delicious color around. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to be a little bit more selective. I think I'm going to do a butterfly color there. Like that. Add that there. All right, get off my finger. You're stuck. You're glued. All right. Oh, is there two papers on here, or did I not pull off? Oh my, this is like a triple ply. That's crazy. All right. We'll do one right down here. All right. Get on there, sister. Yep, there's another ply on there. That's weird. I've never had a 3-ply. Have you guys? Hey, I mean, if you want a good napkin, you want a 3-ply, because let's not talk about single-ply toilet paper. Double, you know, double ply is good, but triple ply, huh? Interesting. All right. Okay. And I can still see this is wet right here. Maybe I can lay this there. Let's see, a little bit of glue. Make sure you get it underneath, because, and if it wrinkles, it's just texture. It's not a big deal. You could be, you know, you could try to be as perfect as you want with it. That's completely up to you. And I get this other white paper off of here. Let's save that for later. And I don't know. I'm going to save this piece for later, because I'm going to do another coat of that on probably, but not right this second, because I kind of want to see. I want to put some color on here and see. Now I'm going to use Deco Arts. Oh my God, please close. Sprays. And why I'm using them, and you use whatever sprays you want, but why I'm using them is because they are permanent. And they are from Deco Art Media. This is the Mister. This is Primary Cyan. This is Shimmer Mister in Turquoise. And I mean, they have all kinds of colors. They have white, which I'm going to get right here, which is a shimmer. You want to make sure you mix them real, you know, shake them real good. So I'm going to start with white. I'm shaking it. And I'm going to try to avoid this. I'm not worried about it drying right this second, because it'll just give some cool texture. But I just want to add a little bit of white. And like I said, I'm going to try to avoid spraying all that right now. I'm going to take now the Shimmer Mister in Turquoise. And I want to try to stay on. You know what I might do? Here's what I'm going to do. I'm changing it for a second. I'm going to dry my brush. And what I'm going to do, I think I'm just going to paint these. These dry so fast. You're going to see right now how fast they dry, because I'm not even going to be able to get to them all. But that's okay, because it's just going to keep that texture underneath there. But I'm just going to kind of, and you can see, oh, I don't think you can see, but the glitter on here is just the shine. Ugh, it's delicious. But I am going to spread it. You can see it's already. And what I like about this is you can see I'm painting it around, but it still has, let me move in for a minute. It still has that spray underneath, like where it's already dried. So it's not, you know, it's, I don't know, it kind of just gives you this really cool texture. I'll wet my brush a little bit more and see if I can spread it a little bit more. Okay. Now, when you do spread it, you're going to lose some of that shimmer, and that's completely fine to me. But if you know, we'll be spraying it again, so you'll get that shimmer. This is just kind of painting it on with such accuracy. Can you see? Look how accurate. Trying to get all that white canvas molding paste kind of all over the place, I guess, is more of the word. Okay. I'm going to spray a little bit more here and here and there. And I'm going to get to it quick if I can, just to bring it down here on these edges. And in certain places it mixes with the white that I sprayed, and I love that. So I'm okay with that. Like I said, mixed media, there is no rules. You just sit and play. You make up your own rules. Everybody does it differently. Everybody likes different things. So It's whatever you're in the mood for that day. All right. Okay. I like that. I like that. I think I need to do another coat of molding paste on top of something. Or maybe just go crazy. I might just do that. I might put another layer up of, ooh, Punchinella. That would be good. That would be fun. All right, I'm going to give that a second to dry. While I look, maybe I'll do these. See, I always have these things sitting around my desk because I use these all the time because I love them. I love certain things, and this happens to be one. I think I'm going to do that. And let's see. Where is... I don't want to do it that so much. Well, maybe I'll use the Andy Skinner mixed media stencil in that. So let's try that, shall we? So we'll try these two things, and we're gonna do on top. I'm just gonna keep layering because that's what I like to do. I'm just laying it. I'm not even gonna think about it. And because that blue, that spray from DecoArt Media is permanent, I'm not going to worry too much about it spreading or whatever. But if you're using something that's not permanent, a spray, you know, like Dylusions and them, they're not permanent, but they are equally as delicious. Don't worry about it. Go with it. It's not going to hurt anything. I'm just going in and I'm laying it in certain areas. I'm not even going to worry about it. If you want to lay it on thicker, go ahead. You don't have to scrape it off like I do. I just think it goes a little further and it just gives you, I don't know, I'm frugal with my supplies sometimes. Sometimes I'm not, sometimes I am. And I just like to kind of do that and then lift it up and look at that. Yeah. All right, I'll do that next. You sit over there, and I want it to go on top over here. Over here, over there, everywhere. I just keep scraping. Okay. Scrape it off and lift it up. I always try to get it off those edges there because it'll dry and then be on there, but at the end of the day, it really doesn't matter that much. And I think I'm going to do a little bit up here. Now, the point is, I'm layering, right? So all those things that we did underneath, they're still going to be there. They're going to peep through, but they're not going to be front and center, as you say, right? It's all just about playing. Okay. So again, wipe your stencil off because you don't want it to be dry hard because it's not good. Now look, let me show you. I don't even know if you could see this. This is of the napkin that's kind of sticking up. It didn't have any glue. So I'm going to kind of push it down, and if it continues, I'm going to have to put a little bit of glue on there. But I'll wait until it dries just to see. Now I'm going to add some of these circles. And I'm going to add, nothing's in pattern. It's just kind of like random, like I always do. Like that. I don't like them to be completely whole, but maybe you do. I like them to look a little crazy. But again, it's all in what you like. Maybe up there just a little bit. If I could see over my arm. Okay. Clean that off. Leave that there because I have to clean that off. Put that in there. Shut this. Now we're going to let that dry. And then when we come back, it will be the next part. Okay, so you can see I cut these out. This. Oh, so much fun. So I'm going to figure out where I want them. I believe I'm going to put a quote on here because I just really dig the way this looks. So for now, I'm going to glue these down though. This is the orange one, and I didn't fussy cut to the point of, you know, that you don't see a little bit of the other outside. you know, I'm going to use my glue stick again because I'll seal it all when I'm done. But I think this is where I'm going to leave them. And when you put them down, try to push out from the middle. That way you don't get as many air bubbles, but you know, you get air bubbles. Hey, I get air bubbles. Like I said, it happens. So I've just learned to embrace them and not worry about them too much. Just adds more texture. Because you just can't beat yourself up over air bubbles. You have no control. You can try your best, but I can guarantee you I'll probably still have air bubbles. So you just want to just lay glue here to lay these. I want this to lay first. And then this little bad boy right there. That way I'm getting kind of bang for my buck on both ends. Oh, and a sticky finger. Oh dear. Okay. And I will just kind of give it a little turn on here just to kind of push it down and make sure it's all that extra glues up so it doesn't bother me. But you don't have to. It'll dry and it won't bother you too bad. And then this bad boy up here. Now you can see a lot of the texture and a lot of the stuff I did, I'm taking off, I'm covering up, but it still comes through, and it's only to help you, you know, I mean, if it's just to help you do, you know, a background or to have that little bit peeping out. I know it disturbs some people. It disturbs some people, and I love to do it when I do a background and then throw black all over it, which some of you might even have thought I would have done with this, but I'm not. But I know, you know, it's all in what your comfort is, but, you know, you got to step out of your comfort sometimes. And you don't have to waste. I got a few questions about this. I forget what video it was I had done. And a few questions on what substrates I use, you know? And you can check tons of videos out on here. You know, I use cardboard. I use watercolor paper. I use mixed media paper. I use flat canvases. I have probably, which I'm going to be working on a lot more coming up on my easel, I have so many regular canvases, but what are they called? Box canvases? I don't know what they're called. I have so many of them, but I like to sit here and do this because I can get this in a fairly decent size. You know, but some of my canvases are big. So I like working small. I like working big, and it depends on your mood, how much time, you know. So, you know, don't beat yourself up over things that you think others are doing and you're not, or what you should be doing. Just do it. Just do it. And find somebody that you love who you can learn from, and you have yourself made. There are so many of us on here, YouTube, that you can learn from. I learn every day from people, and you know, I've been doing this for years and years and years. So, you know, just go with it and enjoy it. So I think what I'm going to do now, I'm trying to think the quote I want to use. But I don't want to leave these this white. I just don't think I do. I don't know. I'm lifting it to look at it for a second. I don't know. Like I said, I'm going to put a quote on it, so I push this down a little bit. So I will be covering up some stuff. I just don't want to leave that white. Wonder if I get some purple and like kind of watercolor these a little bit with some like blues and purple maybe. I know when I add some glitter. Oh, Kelly, what are we going to use? Well, this is exciting. Let's just sit here and let me think about what the heck I'm going to use. All right, let me use my Neocolors. Let me get them out. These are water soluble, so you can use anything. You can use water soluble markers or whatever. These are my Neocolors and my metallic watercolors, which I might use on here for some bling. But I want to pull some of these colors out. So I'm going to take pink, green. Hello, Cal. Some pink. Definitely different blues. Purple. let me see what that does in an orange, because I'm trying to get on a yellow. Why don't I just empty the whole box? Now you can use your gelatos, you can use your watercolor pencils, you use whatever your little heart wants to. So over here, I love this white color, but it's just a little too stark white for me. Oh, I wish I could talk to you guys. I should have done a live stream today where you guys could talk to me, because I'm going to do it and I'm going to be like, oh man. All right, so where I'm going at with here is, maybe I should start small. Let me start over here. I love this yellow coming through, and let me see if I move a little bit closer. Let's do, I just love, I think I'm going to just put some yellow on here, and I'm just going to, let's see what this does. I'm just going to scribble this on. Now I'm going to show you something. I love this. I might not even wet this. No, I'm going to wet it. But can you see how it picks up? Maybe I have to lift it up. The texture underneath. I don't know how well you can see it. So I'm gonna add some of this. This is what color are you, my friend? My friend, apricot. And I'm just coloring like a, you know, like a mad woman. Now I'm gonna take a little bit of water. Make sure your brush is clean. And let's activate it. And I'm going to try to keep the colors fairly clean. And not mix too much until they're dry. I don't know about this color on here, but it's better than it being white, so. Okay. Pull some of that yellow out. All right, that's a little too much, Cal. A little too much. We need to bring it back, sister. Let's do some, a little bit of blue. Because I don't want it to be so out there. Yeah, that's better. I know it's probably hard for you to see. And lift off some of that yellow. Yeah, all right. Let's do another. Let's do, I wonder if I do dark here. Just around. And let's wet it. Yeah, that blends nice onto that background. So you have that texture. I should put a stamp or something in there. Stamp something cute in there. Like a flower or something. Okay. And you can wet it more and do whatever you want. But see how it gives that nice texture on top? Like it's these are catching your eye when you look at them, but all that deliciousness is in the back. So there. I don't know. I'm gonna take this color. Not so there. I'm just being silly. Okay. All right. Now you can see my brush was a little too wet for that because it's kind of not. It's putting the color on there fantastic, but it's a little more wet than I want it. So I am going to go back in with the crayon one more time. And I mean, think of it, colored pencils. If you don't have any, use paint. Water your paint down a little bit. Use your watercolor paint. It doesn't, just do whatever you want. If you don't have these doilies, use paper towels. I've used paper towels so much. I love paper towels, especially when they're dirty. I mean, dirty from paint, not blowing your nose, because that just, I can't condone that. I mean, if that's your gig, hey. Okay. And see how that just adds just some color. And we'll put more on there. I'm going to put some, what do you call, glitter and whatnot. So Let me show you a different way. I'm going to use purple in here, but I'm going to show you a different way that you can do it as well. You just take your crayon and wet it. And just put your brush over it. I know it's over here a little too far, but and then you can go ahead and paint on like that. If you don't want to color, and who doesn't want to scribble and paint? Look, scribble and paint. And you get that delicious color. And when it dries, you can go on there again and again. Just know that it'll reactivate it a bit. Well, a lot, really. But okay, so I'll let that sit there for a minute. Maybe I'll take a little bit more of that color. I love these crayons. See, I love this. I got to figure out a way. I'm going to have to make it pop. I don't know what I'm going to do. It pops a little bit now, but I might have to do a little white or something on there. But let's talk about this bad boy here. Let's wash our brush off. And I'm going to wet this first. Oh, this texture, I just love it. And I'm going to scribble on. Laying down color. Again, whatever way you want to get that color on there, go ahead. Use whatever you got, my friends, whatever you got. Knock your water bottle over on your painting too while you're doing it. Be ferocious, of course. Okay, so I have these on here. I want it covered. All right. Now, I was thinking about, because I'm a horrible cutter-outer, and I can see some of the white around some of these. Like, let's, for instance, do this one right here. Maybe just, I'm going to move this so you guys can see it a little bit better while I work on it. But I'm going to take this crayon, which is, what color are you? I don't even know. I can't read. I'm getting old. Purple. I guess it's purple. And I'm going to lay it in between, like on these white, just around it, on some of the white. Okay. And all that's going to do is take a little of that white out. It'll still be white. I mean, it'll still be lighter than the flower, but and then I'm going to do a little bit of the green. Just so it, yeah. And then just take my brush. I want my brush wet, but not too wet because I don't want to rip the paper. And I'm just going to kind of go in a little bit. And it's going to dry lighter, so don't get scared. Don't get scared. Yeah, we're just kind of touching it because you want that to kind of, you know, kind of go in there. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And then I'm going to do this one, same thing. I'm going to just go in. And you can do this any way you want, with a marker, with your crayon, with watercolor. You can go straight in. You can do whatever you want, or leave it the way it was. I mean, it's all really in what we like. And then just kind of touch all that in there. And activate it. And then it just kind of makes it blend in a little bit. It's still sticking out. Now, I won't touch this one. I might just do a little bit right here. Wait, where'd my... Just a little... All right, Cal. Yeah, okay, you gotta wet the brush, Cal. That's how it activates. Oh, yeah. All right. Oh, yeah. All right. Okay, and I'm just touching very, you know, just various parts because it's going to dry. It's just going to lay that in. Now let's go up to this purple bad boy. Wrong way, Cal, wrong way. This bad boy. Grab our purple, which it's called Violet. And I'm going to move this down. And the same thing, but we could do it this way. You can turn this into watercolor paint by scribbling it on your wax paper or your craft mat, and then just taking your wet brush and kind of doing this. And it's the same kind of thing. So I'm just going to lay this in on the edges. And because the, you know, it's wet, it's going to soak in a bit. So it's going to go all the way down, but it's going to blend in a little bit more and you'll still see the outside flower. Yeah, how nice it is and all, but I think I need some more glue there. See a little white spot there. And it's just going to blend it in a little bit more. This one is orange, so I have the orange. And I'm just going to go around like this. See, it's not all the way dry yet, Cal. It's all right. Mistakes, mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes. All right, with my brush. Okay. A little bit more. It just helps it blend in the back a little bit more. And I think we got this one's a little green. Oh, there goes green. Alrighty then. Alright, I'm looking at that big thing here and I'm not digging it. I know I'm going to have to do something on it, but I love the texture. I just don't love those middles. So I have to think for a second. If I can get my thing up here. Yep. Got it. Alright, I'm just going to go. There we go. All right, and you see it's just something little. It might be OCD of me. I don't know. But these are fantastic. And I've done 2 giveaways. And you should have received them or should be getting them any day now. But I love doing that. I love being able to share that with you guys because, I mean, they're just so much fun. All right, so I have these. And they're drying. I know I want to put glitter. I want to do something here, but it's a little wet still from glue. So let me just wipe that a minute. All right, what can I do there that'll make that pop? We need some white. I think a little, I'm just going to take some white gesso and just put a little bit on my finger. I'm talking that much. And just lightly, just lighten these up a little bit. Just a little bit, just in certain highlights, that's all. Yeah. I don't know how well you guys can see that, but it lightened that up a little bit. Okay, so now what do I want to do? Oh, sticky hands. Okay, glitter. I need glitter. Here's what I want to do, but I'll do a different canvas of that. All right, so I'm going to take these. Where'd they go? Here we go. Okay. I love these. The heck is even that? All right, so I'm going to cut this in half because it's like 4, so I can use this in many things, and I will. Believe me. So I'm going to cut this in the 4ths of what it is. Okay, I'll let you heal. And then cut this. In half, put the other one up there. We're going to take this, and you see it has that nice writing. Come on now. There we go. Take it off. Now you don't have to take that paper off, but I do like it. I do like doing that. And you even have like a little ghost print on here, which would be great to... Ooh, I know what I'm going to do with that. Okay, so I want this. I want that kind of there, but I don't want it to ruin that flower. And I'm not digging this all the way. So I think I'm going to lay it here. Oh, and I'm going to stick it to my fingers. Let me look at it. It's a little crooked, but so am I. Nothing I do is straight with these hands and all. I think I want that on there just like that. I think that's what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to get out my decoupage and I'm going to do it before I change my mind. Okay. So let's take our brush, dry our brush, and take our glue and slather it on. Sing like this while you do it. No. All right. If this happens to you, it just happened to me. And you know I'm going to have to use another one because look how that happened. Let's see. Let's see if it's salvageable. I don't think so. It happens to all of us. Come on now. Yeah, that's a hot mess. Oh my god, and I got decoupage up my arm. Under my arm. That's enjoyable. Okay, next. How about we do this, Cal? Because that wasn't thought through. La di da 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 la da da. And if we're too far over there, it's just going to seal it. It's not going to do anything. It'll seal this so we can do something over it if we want. Okay, well, let's do it again. Except this time, I won't take that back off. I just won't. All right, there we go. And I'm going to push it. Push it real good. I know you guys are tired of me saying this. Okay. Yeah. No, I'm not worried to cut it like that because I'm going to put glitter around it. So I just want to hold it up so I can, oh yeah. Okay. Happy with that. And I'm going to go in with glue and I'm just going to seal it down. Yes, it's a lot of Mod Podge, but that's why. Because it has that second coat on, it's going to lift it up. But if I just try to work from the middle out, let it dry, and then I can go back and do it on there again. But I want to quit. See, I'm moving it too much. It's going to rip too. Let's do this. Let's see if I can even do this. Yeah. There we go. Okay. I know I'm quiet because I'm like, please don't rip again. All right. So now quit touching it, Cal. All right. So now I'm going to leave that go. Really? Because you're touching it again. And remember, this dries clear, so I'm just kind of pushing the bubbles out with my finger. Yeah. But it doesn't have to be, you know, it could have bubbles. It could have whatever you want. Because it's yours. Okay. Enough playing with that. Alright, and then once that dries, alright, so now I just have to do these three things. So I think I'm going to take my yellow mister, shake it, and lay some of that brightness on there. I think that needs it. And then, what did I do with my purple one? Did I have it out? That's black. That's purple. Okay. kind of squirt that on there. And I'll just rub it through. Like I said, I'm going to put glitter on it, so I'm going to have to lay some texture or something on there. I'm not digging on that too much. And just run this on the edges, whatever's left on my finger, and a little bit there. Because these need a little bit more on them. They're a little plain. That's all right though. I'll pile some on there. Obsessively peeling glue off my fingers, which is like, I love doing. All right. So when I'm done with this, I will put the picture in at the end of this video. That's what I'm going to do. And then you guys can see when it's done, so you don't have to be stuck on here for another half hour while I sit and play and talk to myself. Or play with myself, whatever way we want to say it. But you see how I did that? That made brown. Not exactly what I wanted, but it's going to add a layer for when I put some white on there. So I can lighten it up, and then I'm going to put some modeling paste probably. Oh, can I speak? I'll do that real quick. I want one of these flowers. Gosh darn it, off of here that I'm destroying. I just really do. It's like a trick to get them off, though. All right. Please don't turn. Why do you keep turning? I'm going to put this right here, sideways. Yeah. That's what I'm doing, and I'm going to just use my finger right now. Push that down. See, on glass, it stays. On my finger, it's not going to. I just want to lay it down. Okay. Maybe a flower is not exactly what I'm going for. Maybe it's just some texture. That's all. We always gotta regroup ourselves. That's not too bad. I mean, you can kind of see it. It's not going to be the best thing in the world, but I can throw color on there to lighten that up. And then just clean my finger off there so I can that'll grab some color as well. And I'm going to just go for it up here again. I am. I know I have little thingies. I got to bring them over here though, like the scrapey things. Maybe I can use, maybe I can use the back of this. Let's see. Maybe I'm just that stunad. That much of a stunad. That maybe that's what I should have done. Okay. And I don't care that's not perfect. I just want the essence. Yep. Because once you start getting that molding paste in there, modeling paste, it'll stick itself. It's just that beginning phase. All right, now look this up. Okay, that's not too bad. That's not too bad. I'm going to scrape this. I'm not digging that there. But I don't like that. Spike. This right here. This right here. All right, this isn't going to work right here, but I should have just left it alone. But do I? No. But you'll see. It'll be texture. Gosh darn it, it's going to be texture. All right, I'll lay that there. Okay, clean off my little scrapey poops thing. I bet you that, because that's what that is a thing. So that's probably why that does that. And I think that's all I'm going to do on here on camera, because I think you guys are like well over an hour deep in this with me. But I've been look, if I do it for one person, I don't even care. But I got several people asking for a video start to finish. I got encouraged and inspired by Trish Steele and I could go on for hours doing this, and I probably will. At some point, maybe I'll finish it on recording and then add the end part of what I do from here on in speed, so you can watch it sped through. Because now it's just going to be letting everything dry and kind of doing that, and then I'm going to uh, glitter it because I got to have glitter, and just I don't even know how you guys can even, I mean, to see it is spectacular, but I know it comes off weird on the camera. So I'll see how long the video is as I upload it. And then if it's not too bad, then I will just add the end to it. But I'm going to use my triple thick gloss gel when this is all done. Let's see, I have this here. I don't need this. When it's all done, to make it have shine. So that's right, just having fun. So this is it so far. Like I said, I'm going to upload what I have so far and see where I'm at. And then I might come back and finish because I want to do a little bit more and let these dry. But if not, you'll see this up later in a fast version. And then you can see the ending. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. I love you guys. If you don't see me, if this is not on the end of the video, if there's no more left of this video, please be kind to each other. You never know about somebody else is fighting. And that's it. I just love you guys so much. And this is for you girls out there who requested it. I hate saying names because I'm afraid I'm going to forget people. But I love you guys. Keep requesting. I am trying my best to do it. I have ATC cards. I have a lot of stuff coming up. And you guys just rock. You rock. I love you guys. Bye, guys.